we are ready to go as we start the second half of Season 2 of NASMARB. This is the Wafway 500 here at Hyperspeedway, one of the fastest courses with the least amount of turns. Just a couple of turns should provide a lot of speed for these cars as we get ready to get underway here. Have a look at the groups. There they are. Bloodstorm, Neptune, and Woodpecker in Group 1. See Group 2, Earl, Prime, and Confetti, Piper, Oak, and Electro in Group 3. And Sal, Mozilla, and Winx, Spitzer, Jack Tato, and Streamer. Lemon Drizel headlines Group 6. He's last week's winner. He'll take on Nugget and Murakami in that group. But we will start with group number 1. And that is Bloodstorm, Neptune, and Woodpecker. Couple of things to keep an eye on before we get underway. Red Pandas Racing, they've never lost a race here, including the number 18 seed just got into the show. That's the 43 of Woodpecker. They won this race a season ago. Not off to a good start, though. Here is Bloodstorm, and the Pulsitor will advance through easily in the first heat of the group stage. Pretty significantly, like there was a speed gap there between the 86, the 11, and the 43 in that respective order. So the 86 is through. Now Neptune and Woodpecker will face off one-on-one. Woodpecker gets the advantage, flipping upside down violently as the 11 of Neptune, whose struggle since winning the season opening event will continue as Woodpecker advances into the round of 12. See what happened here. Looked like the car just got out of control there, exiting turn 1 for Neptune. And it is going to knock them out early yet again. They continue to struggle after winning in the first race of the season. Here's Group 2. Earl, Prime, and Confetti are the 3 drivers. The 7, the 17, and the 33. And it is Confetti. Here comes Earl trying to make a pass. Well, that was close. I think Earl may have gotten it. Let's have a look at the replay coming out of turn 2. Big spin. Oh, man, that is so tight. Got to have a look at it again. Here's from the start-finish line angle. Can't tell from that angle. Do we have an up-top view? We do. Let's try it again. Slowing it down, and who gets across the line first? Oh, man, that may have been Confetti. Oh, that was so tight. That may be the tightest finish in NASMARB history. Wow, that is so close. And the judges are going to rule that it's Earl that advances into the next round on the probably tightest finish in the history of NASMARB. Confetti says, I don't want any of that. Let me take this one out easily, but they spin. Sliding to a halt, and Prime takes advantage and moves on. Oh, what a disappointing finish to the day for Confetti. After just losing out to Earl moments ago, a early, easy lead. That was going to be an easy win before going sideways and losing it as Confetti knocked out in the group stage. That is an incredibly disappointing knockout punch there to the 7, who just slid to a halt. And unfortunately for them, the 17 was able to get around. So Prime advances through. That's a big win for them to get into the round of 12. Here is group number 3, Piper, Oak, and Electro. Electro in this race, they've only qualified now 2 out of the 4 times we've raced here to get into the event, as Oak going to make a pass at the last moment to get around Piper and advance into the next round. Big victory there. As Oak made that pass, big slide again. More troubles coming out of turn 2. We just saw it from Confetti, and it cost them a chance to advance. Piper had a problem there. Can she get past her teammate Earl? She's ahead. Here comes Earl at the end. I beg your pardon, it's Electro. But either way, it's Piper that's going to advance. So the 53, the rookie, continues to have success. He's never failed to get out of the group stage as she knocks out the Malbao car of Electro, who got right to the back bumper but couldn't make any kind of moves or try to turn around the 53. So Piper through. As we head to the bottom set of groups, Group 4 is Sal, Mozilla, and Winx. This is an interesting group. Sal's had some success. Mozilla has had virtually none, and Winx has had the least out of anybody. And here is Mozilla in the 66, making that pass and getting through as Sal ends up upside down and Winx couldn't get around. So Mozilla advances into the round of 12. Replay, what caused that Oh, wow, Sal just goes upside down in the middle of turn 2 there. Not sure what caused it, but you know Mozilla will take it, as that allows them to advance through. And now Sal will go head-on-head against Winks, who desperately needs a victory. Winks has the lead. Can they make the pass? Oh, Sal trying to make a move. It's a little bit too late, as Winks advances into the round of 12, and a much-needed advancement out of the group stage for the driver of the 13, who's had a disastrous season. And now Woodpecker, who was knocked out, and Sal knocked out, or excuse me, Woodpecker advanced, but Sal knocked out after finishing third in this race last season. Here is Spitzer, Jack Tato, and Streamer. And I'll tell you what, if you're Spitzer, you got to be saying, really? These are the 2 double-digit seeds I get? As Jack Tato spins, and Spitzer says, I don't care about that. Thank you very much. As they get the victory, both of the other cars end up upside down, and one of them is going to fail to advance out of the group stage. Jack Tato did not qualify for last week's race after a disastrous second lap. And Streamer, continuing to struggle, at least by Streamer's standards, so far here through the first half of Season 2. Has not won a race. Jack Tato and Neptune and Ramon Drizel are the 3 winners. And Jack Tato, do they have anything for him? It doesn't look like Jack Tato's moving anymore. They are not. They're stuck at the entrance to turn 2 and down the backstretch for the final time. It was sideways and blocking the middle of the track there for the 26. So they'll re-rack and go again. And now contact made pretty easily here. Pass made by the 26. And Streamer with a great job getting around as they will advance into the round of 12. And after a DNQ, it's an early exit here for Jack Tato. We saw that with Neptune struggling after their victory. That's continued on here. And now in the 2 races since their win, Jack Tato has failed to get out of the group stage here and failed to qualify for the race last week. So certainly very disappointing for the 12 car. Good news is they're in the playoffs. Bad news is they got to get this thing turned around. Here's Lemon Drizel against Nugget and Murakami. Last week's winner, Lemon Drizel, tied for the all-time wins lead. And right now, last out of the gates there, and it's Nugget taking the advantage and the victory, and Nugget advances into the round of 12. And now Lemon Drizel will be in a little bit of trouble here. They have to go one-on-one against Murakami. Right there was the chance for the move, exiting turn 2, and the block was made by the 4 car. Otherwise, Drizel may have taken that to victory. Here we go. Lemon Drizel in the lead. All they got to do is finish the lap. They will. Drizel advances to the round of 12. And another mistake there from Murakami in the 4, unable to get out of turn 2 and finish the lap. And you can tell right here when it was that sideways, even if Murakami was going to finish, it was going to have to take a disaster striking the 3 car in order for Lemon Drizel not to advance. There are the 8 cars that are through, or excuse me, the 12 cars that are through, including the 15, 14, and 18 seeds. And the 11 seed up in there. A lot of double-digit seeds. You can throw in the 10 of Prime as well. Bloodstorm ran the fastest lap, a 3-4 on heat number 1. The overall fastest lap belonged to Woodpecker, who ran a 3-2-7 en route to knocking out Neptune and getting into the round of 12. Here is Bloodstorm versus Winks, battle of the Misfortune Racing drivers as they go head-to-head. It's the best 2 out of 3 here to get into the final 6. Between the number 1 seed and the number 15 seed. Hard to tell which one's which, but that was Bloodstorm if you couldn't tell from the speed of that car, as Bloodstorm takes that one pretty easily to take the 1-0 lead and is 1 away from getting into the final 6 as the number 1 seed in this tournament. And they're from the bottom of your screen. They've got the lead again. Going to have to make a mistake. They will not. Winks gets to the final 12, but that's all as they get swept pretty easily there from Bloodstorm, who will advance into the final 6 and look pretty dominant doing it. Neither car really had a ton of problems. There was just a lot more speed in that 86 than there was in the 13. Here is Mozilla versus Woodpecker. Defending winner of this race is the 43. Also the defending pole sitter, qualified just 18th, barely got in, but they've got a 1-0 lead convincingly as the 66 ends up upside down. And a 1-0 advantage for Woodpecker, trying to get to the final 6. Red Pandas Racing, as we mentioned, has never lost here. Woodpecker has a win. Le Monde Drizel has 2, including one earlier this year. And Woodpecker trying to sweep, and they will. A 2-0 victory. Back-to-back sweeps. It was Bloodstorm, the 1 seed, and now Woodpecker, the 18 seed. Same result for both drivers. They sweep away their opponents, and they're the first 2 members of the final 6. And that one wasn't close by any stretch. Here is Earl versus Streamer, as we'll be halfway through the final 6 being set after this matchup is done. Earl at the top of your screen. There's the 26 with the speed. Big spins all over the place. Earl's going to take advantage, make the pass, and win heat number 1. Oh, man, another big moment there for the 26 of Streamer, who has struggled here. Got out of the group stage, had the speed there, but just could not get the car turned around right. And by the time they did, it was an easy pass to be made for the 33 of Earl. So we'll go again now. Earl can sweep away. That's not going to happen. Here is Streamer, and for the first time today, we have a decisive 3rd heat between Streamer and Earl. Tough matchup here. Earl trying to be the 2nd Red Pandas Racing Team driver into the final 6, and they will be a perfect lap run. Slowly coming across the line backwards and finishing, but it doesn't matter. Even if that was a good lap, that was a perfect one from Earl. Have a look at the one that moved them into the final 6 as we look at the replay here. Just so well run. No really big slides or slips at any point in time, and an easy victory there on that decisive 3rd matchup for Earl to get into the final 6. And now here is Spitzer versus Prime, the 25 and the 17. Prime really needs this, but so does Spitzer for that matter. Both these drivers have struggled early in this season. Spitzer did a good job to get through, and they do a good job to take the first one here. A 1-0 lead, no real big moments for either driver there. A little bit into the wall there, exiting turn 1 for Spitzer, but both drivers kept their car pretty forward, pretty clean, and it's a 1-0 lead for the 25. And they're going to do it again, but they spin, make the mistake. Wild out of turn 2, and Prime ties it up. That's how they got through the first time. Got rid of Confetti, because Confetti did basically that right there. That's what allowed Prime to get out of the group stage, and that's what's going to allow them to get here and have an opportunity to advance. Will they is the question. The answer is no. Got right up on the back bumper, but no chance there. Could not make any move to try to get around the 25, and Spitzer is into the final 6. Right there is where you saw the front end hard into the wall. The back end was loose, but straightened it back out. No chance there. Here's Piper versus Nugget. You could see all 4 Red Pandas racing cars get into the final 6. There's an opportunity since none of them are facing each other. We've already got 2. Let's see if Piper can make it 3. She's the 3 seed in this race, and she's got a 1-0 lead. Taking on Nugget, who is really trying to turn things around. Finished 6th last week. Trying to keep that momentum going, but running into a tough customer here in the rookie. And let's see what's going to happen here. She's trying to make a pass. She does make the pass. And Piper into the final 6 yet again. And look at the replay right here. Tried to make that block. Just could not pull that back end down in front of the 53. And Piper makes the pass. Now here is Le Monde Drizel against Oak. And here they go. Drizel's the 6, Oak is the 8. Oh, good contact there right out of the gate. Something happened to Le Monde Drizel, and it cost him there as Oak takes the 1-0 lead. Got hard into the side, driver's side of that 48 car. Not sure what the problem was, but that certainly wasn't what Drizel was looking for. Now they've got to get the victory in order to hold on. They will not. Oak's going to make the pass, hold on at the end, and Oak advances into the final 6. An early exit by the standards of Le Monde Drizel. And And the 3 is the only of the Red Pandas racing cars to fail to get into the final 6, as that team will occupy half of the top 6. You can see there, neither car really had anything. It was really all about the big spin there that ended up costing Le Monde Drizel. So disappointing, certainly, but an opportunity for somebody else to win a race. We'll have a first-time winner this season among any of those 6 drivers on your screen. Whoever wins will have their first win of the season. Oak ran the fastest lap on Heat 1 with a 3:34. Bloodstorm ran the overall fastest lap. That was a 3.25 on Heat number 2. So this should be interesting to watch. We're going to start with Bloodstorm, the number 1 seed, taking on Woodpecker, who again won this race last season. This is the first to 3. And here we go. Bloodstorm on the top. Woodpecker on the bottom. Woodpecker's got the lead. Bloodstorm trying to make a pass. They cannot. And how about Woodpecker as the 18 seed, taking a 1-0 lead over the pole sitter. This has been very impressive for Woodpecker to be able to get as far as they have. Let's see how much they can keep it going. They're in the lead again. Bloodstorm can't make the move. It's 2-0 Woodpecker. How about this? I mean, this is one of the more shocking things you're going to see, as Woodpecker takes the 2-0 lead. Does Bloodstorm have anything for him to stay alive? They do there, as they get the 43 sideways coming out of turn 2. Bloodstorm gets their first victory in this final 6 matchup and tries to stay alive here. Here we go, 2-1. Bloodstorm's got to win this one. They get way out in front here. But the spin is made, the pass is made. Woodpecker is into the final. Unbelievable. Have you ever? No, I've never seen an 18 seed make it into the final. For the first time ever, the lowest seed in the tournament is in the final part of the tournament. And it's the defending champion of the race, Woodpecker. That is awfully impressive, and doing it in just 4 heats. A little help there from Bloodstorm on that last heat, but the speed was certainly there for Woodpecker. As Earl will take on Oak now, and Earl takes a 1-0 lead and did it convincingly, running backwards with the speed. An opportunity for an all Red Pandas Racing final. First car is in. That's the 43. Now the 33 with a 1-0 lead. And the 33 maybe taking a 2-0 lead. Not going to happen. Pass is made. Block is made. And Oak ties us up at 1 apiece. Right there, got in front and was able to clear the 33 of Earl. He's the 2 seed in this tournament and now has a 2-1 lead. Tell you what, when you get Earl from the top lane there, it hasn't been very close. The 2 victories have been pretty easy there for Earl, and Oak just barely able to pull out that victory on the second heat. Now we go once again. Earl trying to finish it off. Oak trying to stay alive. Earl makes the pass. Advances into the final 3. Getting by Oak, and Earl, as you look at the replay of it, is able to get into the final yet again. And doing that after they were up on the rails, but the big spin, that was maybe have been not a 360, but maybe a 520 there. As Piper and Spitzer face off. And it is a chance for that all Red Pandas Racing final. It will be the first time ever that one team has occupied the entire finale. And how interesting would it be that it would happen without Le Monde Drizel? Spitzer has other ideas, though, and wins that race easily to take the 1-0 lead. Piper, who failed to get into the final last week, finished 4th after winning the consolation match, trying to one-up that. The number 3 seed in this tournament, trying to get through, taking on a tough car in Spitzer. Spitzer trying to take a 2-0 lead, and they will. And now Spitzer, 1 away from getting into the finale. Spitzer, all you got to do is finish the lap. They will. It's a sweep for the 25 car. And that one-team finale is going to once again have to wait as Spitzer advances into the finals for just the second time in their career and the first time since race number 3 of last season. It's been a long time coming for that number 25 car to get back in the final, and they will race for a win after we see this 4th place consolation. Earl ran the fastest overall lap at a 3.16. Heat 2's fastest lap was Spitzer, as was that Heat 1. And here we go. This is Bloodstorm pulling it out. They're going to finish 4th. Here comes Piper in 5th. Oak will finish 6th. Wow, just shut the door there on Oak, and it really cost Oak as they end up finishing in 6th. Had a chance to maybe get in front of the 48 there. As we get ready to the final, this is the 4th time in NASMARB history, the 3rd time this season alone, that Red Pandas Racing has held 2 of the 3 finalists. We just mentioned they've never been able to have all 3. This is also the first time they've had 2 out of the 3 finalists, and Lemon Drizel has not been one of them. So the rest of the team really picking up the advantage here, and it's Earl taking a 1-0 lead. Upside down and unable to finish the lap there is Woodpecker. Red Pandas Racing looking for their 4th win at this track. Woodpecker looking for their 2nd win. Earl looking for their 1st here. With the 2 from Lemon Drizel. Try it again now, and here is Earl in the lead. Got to straighten it out. Here comes Spitzer. Here comes Woodpecker, but it's Earl that's going to take the lead. 2-0-0. Spitzer tried to block the 33, could not do so successfully, and Earl halfway there with a 2-0-0 lead. Here comes Earl again. Big advantage, just don't have to mess up. They don't, it's 3-0-0. And Earl with a chance to sweep away their opponents. What an effort from the 33. 2nd in qualifying and dominant so far here in the finale. 1 win away from the victory. Here comes Earl, but this time it's going to be the 43 trying to make a pass. They do! Earl is a winner! First career victory for the 33 of Earl in the first race back in the blue and white Ukulele Emporium colors. Earl is a winner for the first time in NASMARB. It's a 4-0-0 sweep. That's the first time since race number 2 of last season that a driver has swept this finale 4-0-0. That happened right here at this racetrack, and it was done by Red Pandas Racing teammate Lemon Drizel. Here is the 2nd place consolation match as Woodpecker, a winner a year ago. This time they're going to finish 3rd. As Spitzer pulls it out, they get 2nd place, and everybody's trying to figure out what just happened as the 33 just blew right by their opponents to take the victory. Red Pandas Racing remains undefeated at this track as they get it done again with Earl. It's a career best 2nd place finish for Spitzer, doing it with the colors of their team and their sponsor, the Wafway 500 on the hood. This is also the best finish of the season for all 3, Prime, Winx, and Woodpecker. Woodpecker finishing 3rd. Prime and Winx are 8th and 9th. Here are the overall standings through 5 races. The the points leader is still Lemon Drizel, up by 14 points. Piper has moved into 2nd. Then Streamer, Steve, and Earl, who's now locked in on the victory. Still way ahead in points anyway. Jack Tato, Bloodstorm, Oak, Electro, and Spitzer are the top 10. Last 2 spots in right now. One of them is Neptune, who's locked in no matter what, but only 2 points ahead of the cut line right now. The other is Quillo. Despite 2 DNQs, they still sit with the final transfer spot for the playoffs, up by 2 points on Woodpecker. It's double digits after you get to that. 12 points on Confetti, 13 on Nugget, 16 on Sal. Then you move forward to Murakami, Prime, Mozilla, and Winx, all holding up the rear there of the overall standings here for Season 2 of NASMARB. Things are getting tight down toward that playoff cut line. Just 2 points separating the final spot in and the first spot out. A lot to look forward to as we continue to move forward with Season 2 of NASMARB. Until then, I'm Ricochet, and you've been watching NASMARB, a presentation of MSPN.